This is the TNA Wrestling December 4th, 2025 full show results video, which takes place at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. The show started with a match between the hometown man versus Brooks Jensen. Santino Marella officially allowed NXT wrestlers to compete in TNA, though it didn't feel much different after weeks of ambushes. In the match, the hometown man controlled early, choking Brooks Jensen against the ropes, landing heavy punches, and scoring near falls with a top rope crossbody in the hometown elbow. Jensen fought back with a brainbuster and a backbreaker, but struggled to keep the momentum. Homer regained control with a flying clothesline and body slam, then hit the hometown slice. After diving onto Lexus King at ringside, Homer was tripped by King on re-entry, letting Jensen hit a heel kick for the win. The Rascals held a funny treehouse segment where Wentz, Miguel, and Reed struggled to recognize Desmond Xavier, joked about his Wesley name, and then confidently hyped their upcoming match against Order 4. The Inspiration made their signature entrance and grabbed the mic for a confident promo, issuing an open challenge to anyone willing to step up. Suddenly, the arena went dark, and when the lights returned, Victoria Crawford and Tessa Blanchard appeared on the stage. Tessa reminded everyone that she wasn't medically cleared at the previous special, insisting that she deserved a fair shot and officially challenged the Inspiration to a match at Final Resolution. Before the champions could respond, Mila Moore blindsided them, leading to a 3-on-2 beatdown. Crawford, Blanchard, and Moore gloated over their attack until the Inspiration fought back, rallied with fiery offense, and chased the trio from the ring, standing tall to end the segment. Outside of the building, we saw that Santino Marella hyped up the Hardys, Cedric Alexander, and Steve Macklin for the main event later tonight. Then we saw a TNA Knockouts World Championship #1 contender match between Dani Luna versus Zaya Brookside. The stakes were high with the winner earning a shot at TNA Knockouts champion Lei Lee. Brookside opened strong, using speed and technique to control Luna with headlocks, arm work, and sharp strikes, including a Rana and a dropkick that sent Luna to the floor. But Luna turned the tide, catching Brookside and punishing her with a backbreaker, heavy forearms, and relentless attacks to the leg. She dominated with a sliding lariat, hard whips into the turnbuckles, and a slingshot Blue Thunder bomb. Brookside fought back with flying clotheslines, a meteora, and a top rope crossbody, even locking in an octopus hold and armbar. Luna escaped every submission and introduced weapons, pulling out a chair and a chain. While the referee removed the chair, Indy Hartwell appeared, stealing the chain and smashing Luna. Brookside capitalized immediately, rolling Luna up with a small package to score the win and earn her title opportunity. Then we see Lei Lee clapping backstage. She talked about facing her tag team partner, Zaya, at Final Resolution. TNA released a detailed injury update ahead of tonight's show. Mike Santana's arm is still being monitored, but he has officially been cleared to compete. Tessa Blanchard has also been medically cleared and will be ready for her match at Final Resolution. Indy Hartwell successfully passed concussion protocol and is good to go as well. However, Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier were ruled out for the night after suffering an attack in the parking lot by Order 4, leaving them unable to compete. Then we saw a match between Robert Stone versus Mike Santana. Stone jumped Santana before the bell. They fought on the floor, and Stone sent Santana into the ring post. Despite injuring his arm against the ring post, Santana still hit the discus lariat and got the pinfall victory. Santana told Stone after the match to let the other NXT invaders know that Poppy's home. Then we saw that Frankie Kazarian couldn't believe the audacity of JDC challenging him for the TNA World title. Kazarian will put an end to JDC's opening match, mid-card existence. Then we saw the first-class Penthouse segment with AJ Francis and Rich Swann. AJ Francis brought Slater to the ring and immediately mocked him, claiming the only reason he's X-Division champion is that Rich Swann couldn't finish the job. Francis declared Slater the soon-to-be former champion, reminding everyone he's challenging for the title at Final Resolution. Getting in Slater's face, Francis was met with a sharp insult about brushing his teeth, sparking a loud "brush your teeth" chant. Slater defended Rich Swann's legacy, noting he's a former TNA World Champion and deserves respect. Francis then toasted his own future title reign but handed Slater an empty glass, joking about his age. Slater dodged a chokeslam through a table but ate the table itself when Francis threw it at him. Francis then choked Slater with his jacket and held him for Swann to strike with the title. Swann refused. Francis shoved Swann down, delivered a brutal chokeslam to Slater, and stood tall with the X-Division championship. The system cut a promo outside of Full Sail. They discussed about who would replace JDC. Eddie concluded by saying whoever it is, they must always trust the system. JDC cuts a promo backstage and talks about Frankie Kazarian insulting him. He asked Frankie how many WrestleManias he has done. He said that Frankie crossed the line by getting personal and talking about his wife. He said we would see the serious side of JDC at Final Resolution, and finally said he would show Frankie what a real star is. Then we saw a match between Mustafa Ali versus Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel and Mustafa Ali delivered a fast-paced, explosive match from the opening moments. Ali initially tried to muscle Miguel off the ropes, but Miguel countered with a slick crucifix bomb. The fight spilled to the outside, where Miguel attempted to slide under the ropes to catch Ali, only to be spiked with a devastating draping DDT onto the floor. Ali rolled Miguel back inside for a near fall, but Miguel rebounded with a sharp Gamanjiri. Ali regained control with a long-delayed vertical suplex, though Miguel avoided the rolling neckbreaker and hit a clean moonsault. Miguel followed with a top rope shotgun dropkick, a rana into a cradle, and a handspring kick that sent Ali to the floor before drilling him with a spinning DDT. A Meteora nearly put Ali away, and a Destroyer looked like the finish until Ali bridged out. Miguel tried another Meteora, missed, wrecked his knees, and Ali instantly locked in a sharpshooter, forcing Miguel to tap out. In the main event of the show, we saw an 8-man tag team match between Lexus King, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and the High Rise versus the Hardys, Steve Maclin, and Cedric Alexander. The match devolved into chaos immediately as Alexander and Maclin attacked the NXT team already in the ring while the Hardys were still making their entrance. The Hardys quickly double-teamed Stacks for a near fall, but Lexus King cut off Poetry in motion, triggering an all-out brawl among all 8 men. Stacks became the isolated victim, absorbing a full group beatdown before Alexander and Maclin launched him over the top rope onto his teammates. Back inside, Maclin and Alexander punished both Stacks and King with vicious chops, but Tyson DuPont shoved Alexander off the top rope to swing momentum. NXT kept Alexander cornered with fast double-team offense until he slipped free and tagged Maclin, who briefly cleaned house before DuPont dropped him with an runnage. Jeff Hardy entered next, sending King to the floor and wiping out the entire NXT squad with a body block off the apron. The match broke down again, with Hardy countering King into a twist of fate, but during the chaos, Tyson and Igwe pulled the Hardys out. With the referee distracted, King cracked Maclin with his walking stick, giving the NXT team the tainted win. After the match, Santino came out to berate the TNA guys for being cheating cheaters, and the show went off the air. How would you rate this week's TNA show? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I always love hearing your reactions, favorite moments, and what you're looking forward to next week. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for regular TNA updates, weekly show reviews, match summaries, breaking news, and more. Your support helps the channel grow, and I truly appreciate every single one of you tuning in. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.